Days of Our Lives recap, May 21. Hearts torn in two, secrets exposed, and explosive confrontations rock Salem. Hey DOOL fans! Missed today's episode on May 21st? You're not alone, life gets in the way. But in Salem, missing even one day can feel like you've stepped into an alternate universe where everything you thought was settled suddenly explodes. If you want the full dramatic play-by-play without spoilers being ruined here, go watch our detailed video recap right now. But if you're ready to dive deep into the emotional whirlwind that unfolded, buckle up. Today's episode was pure soap opera gold, fractured loyalties, resurrected love triangles, awkward injuries, and betrayals that could shatter empires. Let's start with the emotional core of the hour, the Carver family drama that has been building for months and finally reached a boiling point. Abe Carver, the steadfast former mayor and one of Salem's most beloved pillars, found himself caught in an impossible nightmare. His son Theo sat him down for one of those raw, no-holds-barred conversations that only family can force upon you. Theo, ever the straightforward tech genius who doesn't sugarcoat reality, laid it all out. Lexi is awake. Not just conscious, but alert, determined, and asking specifically to see Paulina Price. Can you imagine the weight on Abe's shoulders? For years, Abe mourned Lexi. Their love story was legendary in Salem, deep, passionate, complicated by her ties to the DiMera family and her own health battles. Lexi was the mother of his children, the woman who understood his sense of justice and duty like no one else. A huge part of Abe's heart has always belonged to her. But then life moved forward, as it cruelly does. He built something real and beautiful with Paulina. The relationship has been a journey of trust, passion, and second chances. Paulina brought fire, laughter, and a fierce protectiveness into Abe's world. They faced scandals, family drama, and town gossip together. Now, with Lexi back from what many thought was permanent, Abe is paralyzed. How do you choose between the past that shaped you and the present that saved you? Theo didn't let his father off the hook. In a tense living room scene filled with long silences and heavy sighs, Theo pushed hard. Dad, you can't keep stringing this along. Lexi wants answers. Paulina deserves honesty. And you need to figure out what your heart really wants before someone gets destroyed. Abe's face showed every layer of torment, the love, the guilt, the fear. He admitted it aloud. Part of him will always love Lexi. The memories of their life together, raising Theo, fighting DiMera schemes side by side, those don't just vanish. Yet Paulina represents the man he is today, stronger, perhaps wiser, deeply committed to a future he never expected. The dilemma isn't just romantic, it's about identity. Who is Abe Carver when the ghost of his greatest love walks back into the light? Later in the episode, the inevitable meeting was set in motion. At Lexi's request, Paulina agreed to come face-to-face with Abe's ex-wife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. Lexi, still recovering, but with that signature DiMera fire in her eyes, had done her homework. She'd scrolled through every online article, every scandalous headline about Paulina's past, the schemes, the secrets, the larger-than-life persona that once made her a controversial figure in Salem. Lexi's impression was understandably icy. This is the woman who replaced me? You could almost hear her thinking. But here's where it gets fascinating and very Lexi. She didn't just want to judge from afar. She insisted on meeting Paulina herself. Part of it was curiosity, fueled by Kayla's glowing recommendations. Kayla had sung Paulina's praises, her growth, her loyalty to Abe, her fierce love for her own family. Lexi respects Kayla's opinion, so she wanted to see the truth up close. Yet anyone who knows Lexi knows there's always another layer. This meeting was also a chance for her to reassert her place in Abe's life. She's back. She wants the future they were robbed of. You could feel her quietly staking her claim, testing the waters, observing every glance between Abe and Paulina. The scene between the two women was electric. Polite on the surface, but underneath? Pure drama. Paulina, ever the strong, stylish force of nature, held her head high, but you could see the cracks forming. Lexi, graceful even in recovery, asked pointed questions wrapped in Southern charm. The conversation danced around Abe, around their shared history, around what comes next. Paulina tried to be gracious, but the writing was on the wall. By the end of the episode, the heartbreak was palpable. We saw Paulina later, alone, wrestling with her emotions, tears she rarely lets anyone see. Fans have long loved Paulina for her resilience, but today she looked truly broken. Many of us suspect the next step is Paulina telling Abe she's moving out, giving him the space to figure things out. It's devastating, but classic Days of Our Lives love triangles that refuse to die quietly. This storyline is going to ripple through the entire Carver family. Theo is protective of both women in different ways. Chanel and Lonnie will have strong opinions. And Abe? He's going to have to make a choice that will define the next chapter of his life. Will he honor the past or embrace the present? Salem is holding its breath. Switching gears to the Kyriakis side of town, where chaos always seems to follow Xander. Today's episode gave us another layer of Xander's complicated personal life. He approached Gwen with what sounded like a serious offer, perhaps related to their shared history, business dealings, or even a chance at reconciliation or partnership. Xander has been on a redemption arc, sort of trying to balance his dark past with his desire for stability. But timing is everything in soap operas, and his recent bedroom incident with Kristen has left him literally and figuratively wounded. Yes, folks, Xander is now sporting a sling. Explaining that injury to Gwen is going to be a masterclass in awkward soap storytelling. Kristen DiMera doesn't do anything halfway, and whatever went down in that bedroom has left Xander with a visible reminder he can't hide. Will he tell Gwen the truth? Spin a convenient lie? Or try to downplay it as some ridiculous accident? The chemistry between Xander and Gwen has always been volatile, passionate arguments mixed with undeniable pull. This offer he's making could be his attempt to pull her back into his orbit, but the sling is a massive complication. Viewers were buzzing about the potential fallout. Gwen is no fool. She's been through too much to accept half-truths. Expect fireworks, accusations, and maybe even a surprising twist in how Xander tries to win her over, or over again. The physical comedy of Xander navigating daily life with one arm while trying to look tough and in control added some lighter moments to an otherwise heavy episode, but underneath it was classic Xander vulnerability. He wants love, respect, and perhaps a fresh start, but his past and his present entanglements with dangerous women like Kristen keep sabotaging him. This storyline feels poised to intersect with bigger Titan and DiMera power plays soon. And then we have the DiMera drama that never disappoints. Anna DiMera was absolutely furious today, and when Anna is mad, the whole town feels it. Tony had apparently angered her by refusing to leave Salem at this critical moment. Their marriage has survived countless storms, but right now the tension is sky high. Anna confided in Philip Kyriakis, pouring out her frustrations in one of those intimate, wine-fueled conversations that always lead to revelations. What came out next left Philip utterly stunned. Anna revealed details about Tony's accomplice in the recent sabotage of the T-Tangent DiMera merger. This isn't just business gossip, this is high-stakes corporate warfare with personal vendettas mixed in. Philip's reaction was priceless, shock, betrayal, and the wheels visibly turning as he processed how this new information changes everything. Who is the accomplice? How deep does the plot go? And what does this mean for the fragile alliances in Salem's business world? Anna's fury stems from feeling sidelined and endangered by Tony's decisions. She's tired of the constant DiMera games and wants stability, or at least an exit strategy. Leaning on Philip shows how interconnected these families are. Philip, with his own complicated history with Victor's legacy in Titan, now has powerful new ammunition. Expect this revelation to spark a chain reaction, boardroom battles, late-night strategy sessions, and perhaps even threats of revenge. The episode masterfully wove these stories together, showing how personal heartbreaks and professional betrayals feed into each other in Salem. Abe's romantic crisis reminds us that love is never simple here. Xander's injury and offer highlight how past mistakes haunt the present. And the DiMera intrigue proves that no merger, no marriage, and no secret stays buried for long. As the credits rolled, fans were left with so many questions. Will Abe follow his heart or his sense of duty? Can Paulina survive another public heartbreak? What exactly happened between Xander and Kristen in that bedroom? And who is Tony's secret partner in corporate sabotage? Could it be someone we least expect? Days of Our Lives continues to deliver the drama we crave. Messy, emotional, larger than life. These characters aren't perfect. They're flawed, passionate, and deeply human in their mistakes. That's why we keep coming back. If you missed today's episode, the video recap will give you every beat, every tear, every shocking line. Don't forget to share your theories in the comments. Who do you think Abe should choose? Team Lexi or Team Paulina? And what bombshell will drop next week? Salem never sleeps, and neither does the drama. Tune in tomorrow because in this town, one day can change everything. Until then, stay dramatic, stay loyal to your favorites, and remember, in Days of Our Lives, love is always worth fighting for, even when it breaks your heart.